Good evening, everyone. Welcome to afternoon Final Fantasy Randomizer. Watch out! It is bingo time. We're in the semi-finals of our annual Winter Double Anti-Bingo Tournament. Our favorite admin, Lord Fizzlebeef, the left front bumper himself, been here forever, taking on our brand new Duckling Supreme, budgemano. So this is going to be exciting stuff here. There's your bingo board there to the right. I'm Gregory Puff. I'm hanging out with Admiral Tryhard. How you doing today?
Doing all right. Gotta get used to doing things earlier because we in the Final Fantasy community typically do things at night.
Yeah, it's weird. We have of all the tournaments so far, this is the first time we've had two afternoon races at the same time. So here we've got our semifinal match between Lord Fizzlebeef and budgemano, and then over on our Final Fantasy Randomizer Twitch channel, it is who is racing over there? It is Angeline. Come on, I know the answer to this. Chanigan versus Pickles and Beer. And that's the semifinals match. So that's pretty awesome happening over there. So that's our two races that are going on right now. Looking at the bingo board, it looks like.
Wait a minute, I have to correct you a little bit. This is actually quarterfinals. Lord Fizzlebeef and Budge are fresh out of the qualifiers. The other side of the bracket is in I think it's in semifinals right now because these are best of one races, so we're going through bracket quickly.
Yeah, it's pretty wild here. So yes, we are like whoever wins this race goes on and takes on Luffy. Luffy VD will be the person that will take on either one of these runners in the next round in the semifinals. So how did we get here exactly? So Lord Fizzlebeef was in a pod, right? We started with 16 runners, 4 pods. They did round robin. Lord Fizzlebeef in his pod went 3-0, so he automatically is here. He is actually our number 1 seed in this tournament. budgemano went 2-1 in his pod, defeating Chanigan, who's ironically enough in the semifinals, taking his loss to Jay Scheidel, who coincidentally enough lost yesterday. And yeah, so we're here right now. budgemano made it through, coming in 6th place in our what was it called? The last chance qualifier or the plan race or whatever. So he's our seed. So we got our 1st and 8th seed taking on each other here. Should be exciting stuff. This is the 2nd year in a row Lord Fizzlebeef is taking on our Duckling Supreme in this tournament. So this is definitely going to be something for sure.
Yeah, I am excited to see this. And as you said earlier about Budge has defeated people in this tournament format who are they're up there. So, not discounting anything, we are going to have a likely very fast and very decisive outcome to this race today, and see who will take on. I think it was Luffy who won his quarterfinal.
Correct.
Won his match in the bracket.
That's correct. Luffy defeating Jay Scheidel, which coincidentally enough is the person, like I said earlier, that defeated budgemano during pod. So if budgemano makes it through here, he'll take on the person that defeated him. That's crazy stuff going on here. So pretty much this will be the last quarterfinals match that will determine semifinals. Like I said, Pickles and Beer and Chanigan are taking on each other right now on our Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord. The winner of that will take on the winner of this match and the winner of Luffy, and then we'll have our finals. So we're like right up against it here. You'll notice we have our bingo board over to the right here. They choose each other's either column, diagonal, or row, and the color on the left there tells you which one they chose for the other person. So Lord Fizzlebeef is blue, even though it's a teal color. It's what we're doing here. I know it doesn't make sense, but
Okay. So so if that row 3 is blue, does that mean Budge selected Fizzlebeef to do that?
That's correct. So that's exactly what's happening here. So budgemano shows row 3 for Fizzle Beef. So that is Fizzle's mandatory row slash column slash diagonal that he has to do. He also has to do a second one, whether it be, column again, diagonal, or just
Yep.
another row,
Yep.
to get their 2 bingos in order to go into Temple of Fiends and kill Chaos. And you can be trying to light up your bingo board all the way to Chaos. I have seen people go, trying to look at things right now on here. Can't see them. There's one in particular, like if you have to look for a certain type of if you're looking for a certain type of damage spell, you can be in Topher trying to find that one, you know, poison damage or fire damage spell as you're going down.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so Lord Fizzlebeef chose top left to bottom right for budgemano. So of those two forced rows slash column slash diagonal, which one do you think is worse?
I think I agree with Lord Fizzlebeef's thinking and making Budge take on Warmech, hit level 30, defeat Kraken 2 twice on every Topher run. Like, that's just spiking up combat difficulty, whereas that row 3 is a lot more, like, just exploration, which I think is going to be far easier.
Yeah, the one thing I will say that I can see budgemano's thinking here. So fill all 24 spell slots. While that sounds easy, you gotta find the tail, right? You need the tail, and you need the money to be able to do that, because those level 8 spells are expensive. So
it's also counterintuitive because like you have to grind to hit level 30 on at least one character, so like grinding that up gets you that money.
Yeah, well, that is true. I didn't think about that. So that you could potentially have the money for that, especially if you take on the dragons in the dragons hallway, which is on the way to Bahamut. So
and for throwing Mazmune into space, well, just bring a black belt. It seems that Lord Fizzlebeef is bringing no source of healing, unless it is part of the blessings.
No, that was his party last year. He ran Punch Nuke last year. That was kind of his thing. Yep. Yeah. That's always been his thing. He's not a huge fan of White Mage, so I'm not shocked by this. He prefers to just have that speed and power. And it looks like Danny has dropped the gate here. She's our tracker tonight. Hate the 13th is our restreamer here on RPG Limit Break, and we are about to go in less than 5 seconds.
Yep.
So the counter
stream is how much stream delay is there?
There isn't any stream delay. We don't do stream delay with the bingo games. And Lord Fizzlebeef deciding, I guess, to go on ahead and switch his party up at the last second, so kind of loses a couple seconds there. Also needs to not mark. He needs to unmark his take one none since you decided to go on ahead and do that. I'm going to remind him now.
Yeah. Alright, so we got level 1 Temper, we got level 1 Quake, which is, I think is that a tile today? I don't see it. Oh.
Yeah, I'll look through everything here. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to cake glitch, but I don't see it on here, so I think we're okay. But Fizzle does have to go on ahead and start filling up those spell slots. And then, okay, so back to the Mazmune into space. You gotta find the Chime, the Cube, and the Masa to do that. So again, that's just 3 more key items that budgemano may not have to look for. Now, granted, he does need the Cube and the Chime to defeat Warmech, since Warmech obviously.
I don't think it's gonna be that. I'm not a fan of forcing an opponent into like these exploration-based things because, well, we start with a free airship. That significantly cuts down the time it takes.
Question from chat that I actually don't know the answer to, so I'm gonna pop up the flag super duper quick here and find out if Warmech is in fact patrolling. I don't know.
I think he is. Let's see. Enemies. Yep, he's patrolling.
There we go then. So now you got to do the old wander around the sky maze hunting down Warmack, but at least you know you don't have to try to grind for Warmack. And LordFizzlebeef going on ahead and trying to light up.
I mean, that's
Talk to 5 Cardia Dragons here.
grinding for Warmack. Now that's a way to hit level 30.
League shot pointing out in chat. Budgemano talked to Sarda and grabbed the lobster, which is his version of the ruby, and pointing out that it would be awesome if the Titan would eat the regular lobsters in the game because they suck. Fizzle checking out some stuff. Finally talked to all 5 Cardia Dragons, lighting up his first tile here.
Do you think Fizzle's going for column 1?
He can either be going for column 1 or bottom left, top right, diagonal. Yeah, I mean, he already has to go into sky to throw the masa into space, so he may as well kill Warmack while he's doing it. Talking to 10 bats in Earth is like, that's the easy thing to do. You could just down to Earth 3 and talk to every bat in that one room, and then probably pick up the white mage so that he could grab 5 HP restoring spells. Want to block himself out of that particular tile.
And you can reload. I was looking at it and said you have to talk to 10 different bats. So
yeah, but like I said, you can run down into that one room. I think there's like 8 bats in that room.
The Circle of Sages gives us the Oxy Ale, so that means we have access to the sea shrine.
Yeah, we do, and at least somewhat. I mean, yeah, that's great, but as of right now, there's only one tile over here that says defeat Kraken 1. So, and it just depends on which one wants to go for that one. Alright, so Fizzle doing stuff. Budgemano probably gonna light up the same tile that Fizzle just lit up while we're in Cardia. Fizzle's gonna go on ahead and get his lobster. Probably gonna call it the ruby though. He's classic, old school.
Yep, it seems you're right. So yeah, we've seen kind of similar routing so far, already starting to retrace each other's steps.
So, as you can see here, like you said, everyone's tracing everyone else's steps here. Budgemano gonna do basically what Fizzle just did a second ago. Fizzle's doing what Budgemano just did a second ago, but unfortunately wiping to some Krogers. Hate to see that in the early game, as he is gonna have to go back up there and try to, obviously get that ruby and then get whatever's in Titan's throw. But moving forward here, you have a free airship. Blocks are kind of similar to last year. We don't do tavern mode this time, but they're pretty similar for the most part. We've got a free open Topher, plus we have all the orbs lit already. So basically, we're just trying to hit these bingos. In your mind, what are your priorities if you've got this free airship and just kind of the world to go to?
Well, I have a black belt. Tiles are vanilla. So I want to get my party ready to go to a grind tile. I want to hit that level 30 just so I can make any dungeon-based things or combat-based tiles a breeze.
Provoking yet? I don't think I've seen anybody hop into the city of pirates to go on ahead and grab level 2 magic here. So that'll kind of be the thing, because right now I didn't see anything too terribly great. It was like Quake and something else, but I don't quite remember.
Quake and I think it was Temper.
Oh, the Temper's good, obviously for the late game, but not for trying to kill things early on. Oh, and Zap. It looks like we had Zap as well.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so Fizzle is going to hop into into Provoka here and kill Mickey. Well, not kill Mickey. Mickey's the only one that survives here. See,
Yeah, he doesn't do any work himself.
he sends his 9 weakling pirates to die for him, and then he's like, "Please don't hurt me." That was a lot.
I'll give you a ship.
Yeah.
Or in this case, a shiny rock.
All right, so we got a shiny rock here out of Bicky. Budgemano, our first person on stream, to try to
really cheap bottle in Provoka.
And of course, going to sell some stuff to get that cheap bottle. Nobody needs an opal shield. Ooh, I like the selling of the flame armor. Why the heck not use that when you don't have a thief or a fighter in your group? So we can go on ahead and pick up all of that stuff. But yeah, that's huge.
Also, houses at 1,500. I've seen worse house prices.
Would you mind to wait to Garland? Because he's back outside of Canaria doing an imp grind. Yeah, it looks that way. 'Cause I don't see any more key items, so I'm assuming that's what happened. Because he was definitely fighting Garland. I looked up to see what Fizzle was doing, and then all of a sudden he's back outside of Canaria again. So heading back up to Temple, we'll see what happened. Maybe just the zap.
Ooh, level 2 nuke.
Well, that's huge. So level 2 nuke right there with those 2 black mages. Go straight to Bahamut's cave. Start walking up and down and start fighting some dragons. And then boom, you're going to get levels huge real quick that way. And then from there, you can go on ahead and potentially start setting up for a solo grind. If you want to do like, an Agama or an Eye, or, check the overworld for T-Rexes or something like that. Looks like we're going to try to get the zap to go off here.
Oh yeah, it seems that harm magic affects all types of enemies with our flag set, so that's going to be nice for the white mage.
And there goes Garland, and we're going to get our 2 key items after the school snorts at us. Relax, school. Calm it down.
Lab. Okay, so fetch quest.
At that point out here, Budge apparently didn't get the lobster and the key back. I guess the key was in Titans, and I missed that. The lobster and the key back after wiping after, I guess, getting those items. I'll check the inventory here just to double check, because I don't want to mess up our tracker here if that isn't the case, but Luchad is pointing that out, so keep an eye on that here. And Fizzle just right behind Budgemano. I need Budgemano to go to Provoka so he can also do what Fizzle was doing, so we can just get it all done together.
Bye-bye, Garland. Enjoy the nuke.
Yeah. Fizzle going to get that herb and slab as well, so a couple of fetchies there. Budgemano throwing some zaps and harm 3s.
Yeah, harm 3 should take care of it due to its relatively low damage variance.
Even with 500% clamped HP, those guys would only have like 38 HP. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right here.
I'm thinking about buff pirates.
Buff pirates is the worst because you just have to have a zapper or Quake Land, and we got Fizzle dwarfing. Got 7 dwarfs here, so he's going to be talking to every single one of them, all of which are going to be transported to the 4th dimension, thanks to one of the best flags in the randomizer, and that is NPC guillotine. Getting a ruby for that adamant, that's kind of a good. That's very interesting, considering what is that? A piece of metal turned into some fabric.
Well, maybe it's like a silver lining on the outside of it.
Ah, there you go. Budgemano real quick out of Provoke. Getting everything he needs, I think. Picked up the bottle, turning in the crystal. We know the crystal leads to the adamant, which we know leads to the ribbon. And Lord Fizzlebeef turning in the slab, checking out level 3 or 5 magic. And looks like getting kind of lost there, trying to find out where his stairship was, and then get out of there. And finally going back here to get the key.
Yeah, the routing works out very well because of that adamant turn, and he had to go there for the bingo board anyway. So not too much time is lost.
Alright, so here we go, pure. We know the key is going to be in this far left box. And that's basically the only thing you really need to get into Topher. No, Topher's unlocked, so you need that key. Like, I think you literally just need to do the bingo board and then hop into Topher. Which is a long Topher, so, you know, we've got that.
Yeah, you have free loot as well, so.
Yeah. And there we go. Getting the ribbon. Talking to the 7 dwarves. And lighting up that tile there. So, before, they would be, like, kind of 5 seconds ahead of us, so they would light up the board before it would happen. So on certain things that were like super, like, oh my god, is it gonna happen? Like, you know, Bracken or you know, Baning Tia, they would light up the tile before it would happen, so it kind of spoil everything. Thanks to ADR, we have somehow put on a delay on it, so now the you know, the board will light up properly. So there are no spoilers here. And the time coming out of the herb, that's half of the puzzle for Lord Fizzlebeef to get in the sky. Or not half, I guess a third, because he still needs the Masamune as well.
Yeah. Although that chime will also be an amazing thing for Budge to see, because, well, War Mech.
Okay, so Fizzle checking out everything. Nothing fantastic at level 3. We got good spells at level 4 with Cure 3 and Life.
As for Black, we've got level 4 Fast, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Fast, Temper, Nuke, all under level 4. That's good magic there. All you really kind of need to get through the game, especially when you're
level 7, we've got Brack. And Life 2. Seems we'll need a tail.
Yep. If you want the Life 2.
I mean, it's Life 2.
It is Life 2, but we have Life at level 4, so it's like... Oh my god, and budgemano, hold on a second. Budgemano has a 5th Light Warrior on the stream here. So we got a little cursor acting. Hanging out there. Try not to stare at that now that I pointed it out. Bottle turning into a dynamite find there, and yes, according to budgemano's screen, he does not have that lobster or key or whatever, so that's brutal. Ooh, T-Rex off of something here. Was this off the hard reset?
It's not impossible. I didn't see it.
Yeah. So that T-Rex hitting as hard as T-Rex is typically hit, down to a nuke. Ooh,
down to the nuke
EXP.
And the funneled that EXP due to the death into the black belt.
Yeah, so went on ahead and saved, obviously, but didn't go back, so I don't think that was off the hard reset, because I would have definitely been like, oh, let's go ahead and do this.
Well, you're also low on spell slots. Like, I think that's the last nuke.
Fizzle heading towards Ordeals. Gonna do the I guess at this point, gonna do the defeat every trap tile in the Ordeal, so it looks like he's doing column 5, after all. Let me double check and make sure Ordeals is incentivized. I don't think it is here. There's so many flags. So many flags to keep up with. Ordeals is incentivized. Nice.
Yeah, it is incentivized, and column 5 makes a lot of sense for the left front bumper, because you have to cast a spell. So if you have all the spells, just cast them.
Yeah, you got to fill up those slots anyway. so you may as well cast those spells from there. And then you got to hit level 30 anyway, so I see where he's coming from. And we've already got the Actiel, so you may as well go kill Kraken 1 while you're at it.
He's looking for the Masa, so I don't know. Find a good find trap tiles, except nightmares. Nightmares.
Yeah, that's vanilla spike tiles.
I know, but nightmares.
But did he talk? I didn't see him fighting mud golems, unless I just like looked away for 2 seconds and he was already murdered some mud golems and I missed it. He's like flying through this place. He has no interest in those boxes.
Oh, we see that T-Rex again on Budge's screen.
That ship! I know, I feel so bad.
Oh, and the zombie D's with the silence. Thankfully, Nuke the Black Mage was not silenced.
Yeah. Fizzle, I'm going to have to ask him about that, because he is not lighting up the tile. It means he went for ordeals, got the ship, and he didn't fight the mud golem. That's brutal.
Wait a minute. If those T-Rexes are off the hard reset, bottom left to top right looks pretty dang good for Fizzle.
Yeah, it does. Oh yeah, because all you need to do is kill 15 T-Rexes and you're good to go.
Yep. And that's your way to, and that's the way to grind a black belt as well. So yeah, I mean.
Well, luckily Budgemano doesn't need the key to finish the game, so it's fine. Maybe he knew. Maybe he was like, I don't need the lobster to do. Oh, there's the pasta from the TNT turn-in. And the TNT came out of the bottle, which obviously Fizzle has, but and the fun police killing FizzleBeef on the way back to the airship.
Man, I hate it. I see that, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, so I think Budgemano realizing that he doesn't really need in order to win the game. Unless, I gotta check the flags again, because clearly not as good of a commentator as I should be here. I should have checked these a long time ago. Oh yeah, you don't need no key locks are incentivized, and Topher is unlocked. So
also Astos giving us the rod.
Nice. Not really something useful for Budgemano. Doesn't need to kill Lich 1.
I mean, if he does call him 1, he can talk to 10 bats.
Yeah, true. Or if he does column 3, which he already has take 1 done for, he can visit every room and Lich 1 floor with that rod. But then you have to defeat Carry 2 3 times. We're already defeating Kraken 2 twice, so may as well just grind the Fiend refights. And you're already going to Sky to defeat Warmech, so you may as well examine all the computers in Sky 3. So it's definitely an option here. We have options. So
that row 5 also looks pretty good, except it's just pure luck to see the status, elemental skills or spells.
Yeah. I saw mute out of something from someone. Now, what does that mean?
That was Fizzle getting muted by the zombie D.
That's right. Okay,
so which actually means if Budge goes for that trap tile in Ordeals, that is very likely to see the mute out of the dragon because it was turn 1.
Oh, you gotta go there. Which unfortunately is going to lead to the ship, but at least it was a quick Ordeals. And then technically you can defeat every trap tile in Ordeals and then just reset. And then call it a day. So you don't even... obviously he'll check what's there, but once you get the ship, you can just reset out and save yourself a couple seconds. But Budgemano back here, the T-Rexes are off hard reset, so we're see a lot of... Budgemano clearly grew up watching Jurassic Park, didn't like the way the dinosaurs were portrayed here, so we are gonna start murdering a bunch of dinosaurs.
Yep. Off the hard reset, relatively quick in the encounter table as well. Yeah.
this is actually going to be good information for Fizzle, because when he sees him light up that tile, he's going to probably go to himself, oh, dinosaurs are easy to kill somewhere, and then it'll give him an.
He might have also seen the stakes over. Oh, he's landing.
Yep, and he's not going to check, but he didn't see it because he's in a different encounter zone, so he may not even know that this exists. He'll find out real quick as soon as budgemano lights up that tile, though.
Yeah, the timing of lighting up this tile might actually be against Budge's favor.
Yeah. All right, so T-Rex here. We've got that Matza, so oh my god! And the T-Rex rolled under 400 HP. This is big time. So budgemano here. I'm gonna go ahead and move everybody around.
Yeah.
And again, I don't like to say.
Oh, that crown. Wait, what was the crown lead to it? Oh, Rod. It was Rod.
Yeah. I don't ever want to say if I was this runner or whatever, do the thing or whatever. But a good way to go ahead and get rid of those your other party members is like run to volcano super quick, hang out on that that damage tile to get everybody down some HP. That way, I'll just take one shot and get out of here. But Fizzle, because
we have some flags on. We have damaging desert, and it's also lethal.
Yes, I as I was saying the words, and Hate's pointing it out too. As I was saying the words, I was like, oh yeah, lethal damage tiles are on. He could literally hop over to the desert and kill off his characters, because his black belt has way more HP than his white mage and his black mage. So that would be a good way to go on ahead and get down to that solo character. But it looks like he probably just not thinking about it. Like I said, budgemano, relatively newer player, Ducking Supreme, but that's just those extra kind of bet strats that you think of when you know the flag. Like, go in there, do these things that can kill your characters off, as opposed to what he's doing now, which is just,
It's been a little bit since we've had like black belts be like predominant in strategies. Since last time I remember a tournament that leans so heavily on black belts was the spring tournament last year, right?
Yeah, so it's been a while for sure that a tournament has leaned heavily on a black belt. So yeah, it's just, and budgemano didn't participate in three tournaments newer than that. But yeah, here we go. We are down to that solo black belt. T-Rex just hit hard, but it's fine. He's got plenty of save items.
Just hit it harder.
The one thing I will say is I don't know if he's killed 15 dinosaurs yet, but if he has, he needs to light up that tile. I love how the T-Rex has mute touch. I don't want you casting spells, you crazy.
Now, would you eat... Now, this is going to be a quick question of clarification on the rules. If you do a goal successfully, do you have to light up that tile?
Yes, you have to light it up immediately. Part of the game. You can't. It's part of. You can't use that as a strategy.
Okay.
I think that they determined it in their chat, and I get it. Yeah, exactly. Hate is pointing out.
You know exactly what I'm thinking with that.
Yeah, don't light it up. That way he doesn't know. But yeah, you have to light up all your tiles as they happen, because that's part of the nature of bingo, is to know where your opponent is as well.
Okay.
Because then at that point,
Fizzle finds the cube.
Oh, that's huge. Oh, but Eyes have thunder, and that is a potential death wish, because he showed him a.
Uh-oh.
There we go. We've hit level 30 on budgemano.
Toxic.
Oh, and poison. This is scary.
Oh, the black belt has the ribbon.
Yeah, but that's still like a lot going on there from that eye. That's a lot of 2 and 3 and 256 that can happen here. And that eye did not look like it was very easy to kill. The level 18 black belt.
Well, it was 18 after that 6,000 EXP.
Yeah. And Crabcake's pointing out nice time save on killing the mages. Absolutely, for sure. Mistress Darna wondering who's leading. To be perfectly honest, no one's really leading right now. If I had to point out a leader here, based on the bingo board, Budgemano has more tiles lit up, has better levels, but LordFizzlebeef has the cube, which is kind of paramount to what he needs to do to finish his bingo board. I don't know. Who do you think is in the lead?
I think the lead is gonna come down to is where is the tail, because Fizzle must have the tail in order to finish, because he needs all 24 spell slots.
Yeah. So at this point, Budgemano has had to have killed 15 of those T-Rexes, right? I mean,
yeah,
no
it's kind of rough to keep.
Well, I'll message him once he's done with his grind, because at that point he's had to have done it. Therefore, he needs to light up that tile. As far as Lord Fizzle is concerned, and Linkshot's pointing out, we have seen two statuses. I guess I had something as well. Oh, there he goes. Lit it up. So I didn't have to tell him. Perfect. So he's been keeping track of his dinosaur kills.
Do you think Budge is gonna confuse carry?
I mean, I don't remember where Confused was, but it wouldn't be a bad plan. But they cast a spell from each level 1 through 8 is kind of difficult, and I think I would rather do the defeat carry 2 twice. You have the rod, so going ahead and visit the room on Lick 1 floor, and then of course examine all the computers in Sky 3, because you have to go there anyway to defeat Warmac. So I don't really see going and confusing carry, but it could be a thing. Or not, I'm sorry, not confusing carry, but having each spell from level 1 through 8, because again, I need the tail, and that's just one of those key items that Budgemano doesn't have to go searching for.
Yeah. Now, Lord Fizzlebeef, he's getting up there to the point where we're just one-shotting these eyes, so that he's very quickly catching up, because grind tiles are just very fast.
Yeah, Mr. Starner pointing out he's completed the other night. Yes, it's kind of the wrong thing, but at the same time, you have to light up the towel, and you've been doing the things anyway, so you have to kind of do it, even if it's not something he wants to be doing. I mean, he still needs to do the top left to bottom right, but I will say, if he does somehow come across the tail, that bottom left to top right is something that can happen.
The crisscross win in bingo?
I know, I would love to see it. Gotta get that X. The X is good. But yeah, heading over to Ordeals now. So gonna get the ship. May see mute.
Oh, red Ankylos are unrunnable.
Oh, that's what killed Fizzle earlier, because I remember he died to them. But I couldn't tell why.
So the fun police are in full force.
Fizzle just now hitting level 30, so that's gotta, like, again...
Probably waiting for, like, level 32, maybe go up to 42.
Yeah, so that's kind of the thing right now. And the good thing is, so because he's grinding here, he's not going to let it defeat 4 different dinosaurs or 15 dinosaurs total. So in Budgemano's eyes, he's going to go, oh, he's in Ice Cave right now, because there's only a couple of other real viable grinds in this game. And it may trigger him to go, oh, there must be something good in Ice Cave. He's grinding there, and then we'll see what happens as that goes. But yeah, here we go. Budgemano going to have to take on this mid column.
I don't know how big of a trigger that would be, because if you know he has to grind, this is just the grind tile. Like, other than maybe Blue D's, which both runners have the chime.
I did see the Vorpal. Now that's like perfect for this party, because nobody can equip it.
Fighters had the Vorpal blessing.
Crabcake's pointing out something earlier. Yes, the mages are dead, but Fizzle still needs to get those mages to at least. Oh no, I guess he doesn't.
No,
Get those mages
you
to-
can buy
he
the
just needs
spells
to fill
as
it up.
long as you promote.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. He doesn't have to cast anything. He can just fill up those slots. So I guess it's fine. Everything's good. Everything's
Imagine
good.
being a wizard and knowing all these spells, but being just a wimp and not being able to cast them.
And here we go. The ship. That is a bad news bears for Budgemano. But if he can see this this spell before,
Nope.
not gonna
Nope.
see. Budgemano must have heard me because he got his cursor off the screen. But yep, not gonna see that mute coming out of.
Yeah, Fizzle is going all the way to 42.
Yeah, I don't blame him there. Gotta do it. Here we go. We've got both runners. Well, one runner at level 38, and the other runner at the 42, which that's like one punch machine. So that's why these characters are grinding this black belt, is to get them to the one punch machine. So they're both pretty even matched. I'd still give Budgemano I would still give Budgemano the lead at this point. But Budgemano needs to get that cube out of Ice Cave, where Fizzle is.
Yeah, that's
the
where I
big
think Lord Fizzlebeef has like his big counter play.
Because right now, Fizzle, at this point, because unless he didn't turn in the bottle, which turns into the TNT, which he has the TNT in his inventory. If he hasn't turned in the TNT yet to get the masa, he has everything he needs to light up his tiles and go.
Yep. So just a couple more eyes, and then Fizzle's gonna be going.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw Concussed Gamer's comment there, but
you like bard.
Yeah. Tella at the beginning of the game knows all the spells, but just doesn't remember them.
Just recall them, then.
Right, just done with the grind. Gonna walk that cube out of there. Things can still get kind of hairy here. He does have the ribbon. Something bad could potentially happen, but more than likely not gonna happen. Let me get out of here. Everything's gonna be good.
He's out.
Gonna save his grind.
All right. So bringing up those mages again, because why not? They probably need the XP more at this point.
But you might be looking at the cast the spell from level 1 through 8, because he was like staring at his magic there for a split second. Still needs the tail though, and is gonna go to Ice Cave. This is huge for Budgemano, because we know he needs to.
Row 5 Budges had everything except for the status elemental stuff, so that missing out on mute is actually huge.
Yeah, this is scary for him. So I think just keep going through the game, see how things go. Maybe you can see them all in Topher. I'm trying to think of what the Topher bosses have in their pool that can be status elemental.
I don't think they run status elemental. They have like poison, like fire, ice, lightning.
Yeah.
The nukes.
Nuclear. Ink is a freebie. Yes. Stun. Yes, those are the two. Thank you. I was like, I know that there's a couple in there, but Ink and Stun are the two ones that I can think of right off the top of my head.
Now, if that's the case, Kraken 2 twice might actually give fighting Kraken 2 twice might make you see that Ink or Stun.
Fizzle looks like he is going to go with that column 1 that you mentioned earlier, already in Earth Cave talking to a bunch of bats. So I guess that is like the play for him. So hasn't picked up 5 HP restoring spells. That shouldn't be an issue with the White Mage being in the party. The White Mage doesn't need to be alive.
Does life count as HP restore? I don't know. Going from 0 to 1 does seem like it restores HP to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I have read plenty of the chat that they talk about in that whole, that's that. Oh, Fizzle breaking the rules. They got to be different bats, don't they? Help me out here. Crabcake's saying they have to be different bats.
No, earlier on in the race said you could reload.
Oh, okay. All right, just making sure. He's getting me a little fired up there. And resets, gonna light up that tile here. Talks to the bats. Let's go. Budgemano does have the cube. If somebody wants to go on ahead and light it up. Oh, it's just you can't rule it as different bats. I don't know. Those are the same bats to me. Talked to them, reloaded them, and then went back and talked to them again instead of talking to 2 different bats. I mean, it's the same thing as like talking to the bats on the first floor, leaving, saving, going back in, talking to the same bats. Oh, we got a little confusion here in chat. All right, anyway, we're not going to worry about that right now. There may have to be a ruling of some kind now that I've messed up everything. Talking about it. Okay.
Okay, so if he's done that one before, and well, he hasn't been scolded on it, so he's doing it again.
Hate's part of. I'm pretty sure hate on that committee. There's so many. Yeah, no point in debating it now. Let's talk about it next year. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it looks like he's trying to.
It might just depend on like. It might be rated as a lower difficulty thing, a lower difficulty tile, because I think there's some algorithm that Adam Drew came up with to get a balanced bingo board. Huge shout out to him, by the way, for all the bingo boards.
So Fizzle killing the different ghosts because he has to do it, and it would look like the shadow.
Level 5 fade. Yeah.
Yeah. Still looks like probably gonna try to pick up those 5 HP restoring spells.
Level 5 warp is actually kind of nice.
All right, budgemano looking for Warmech. Let's go.
Any Warmechs?
This is also on that same pile. Just needs to see those 3 status elementals. And we already know we've seen 2 of them, right? We saw Mute. What was the other one that came out of the eye that we saw? Somebody, Linkshot pointed it out.
Wait, the eye had status element? Oh, Fizzle has Masa.
Yep, there we go.
He's got Chime, Cube, Masa, Sky.
Sky, let's go. That's gonna light him up so like most of, or not most of, but not if everything.
Yeah, Sky is not incentivized though, so still looking for the tail.
Okay, Linkshot pointing out that slow was on cock prices going down. Crabcake's asking, has Budgemano seen any statuses? Right now he's seen the statuses that slow just came out. So
wait, slow is status elemental?
Is status elemental. Slow 1 is status. Slow 2 is non-elemental. I know, it's crazy. I know, it doesn't make any sense. Things are insane here.
Just never mind.
Never. I can't.
This is why I prefer to just play the game and beat the game as my goal.
Fizzle, and I looked up and I'm like, why is Fizzle in March Cave? He's got to still fill all those 24 slots, and he doesn't have the tail, so the tail's got to be down here. This is bad.
I mean,
I wouldn't say
he
it's
purchased
bad,
all those warps, so just warp out.
Yeah, and Bacon 1207 with the raid party of 3. Thanks for showing up. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Final Fantasy 1 randomizer. We are in a double anti-bingo tournament. Ooh, that's the canal.
No.
Where's the tail? There's Warmech. Where the heck is the tail?
It's an NPC turn-in somewhere.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Oh no, it's a waterfall. That's the only place he hasn't been to yet.
Yep.
This may be the what is it, the nail in the coffin for Fizzle here, because that is bad news.
Yeah, last locationing a must-have item Ooh.
Warmick right there, that's got to scare Fizzle too. Because right now, he just needs to defeat four different wolves or 15 total wolves. We don't know how many wolves he's actually killed. I haven't paid that much attention. And to line up the second bingo, which is like, hey, let's see a bunch of status elemental spells or whatever. Oh, here we go. Adam Droop's pointing out you can do it across 2 bats, but the intention is to be the same bats. Said, since we haven't called anyone out on it until now, the ruling on the field set precedence already. So like changing enforcement is only difference a few seconds.
So next year.
Anyway.
Okay. That's a next year thing.
Yeah, sorry, I know it's like probably against all the rules in Twitch world for me to read comments aloud like that, so I apologize. But thank you, Adam Droop, who is one of our bingo tournament peoples, for letting us know.
Yeah, now, the thing with getting the tail, though, is that pretty much just gets Fizzle two more slots in column 1, and going up to defeat Warmech. That's actually the last. That'd actually be the last one, along with throwing Mazmune into space. So now it's just shopping in Sky.
Yeah, Budge was actually in a good position to do column 3 because he was already in Sky, could have talked to those things, and then has the rod, which means you could have visited every room on one floor, and then since you gotta go into Topher anyway, you may as well do the Topher thing. But it looks like that's not going to happen here. Budgemano's looking for wolves to kill, and LordFizzlebeef is killing a Tiamat, and
yeah, it's an unrunnable
giants.
Dragons.
Yeah. Our tracker pointing out to us the Budge is going to need the tail too, since it looks like he's going for the X.
I mean, respect for the X, but dang, the tail isn't. Oh wait, okay. you already have one punch mana. I was like, ooh, Gasties. my EXP Gremlin came out.
Alright, chat pointing out that Tia opened up with hold, so Fizzle needs to mark that one thing, even if he's not planning on doing it. Should I message him? Should I let him know? I don't think that's what he's going for, though.
He might, if it's his 3rd status scene, like, when you're not going for it, it's pretty dang hard to realize that. Because only one of us in chat actually realized that, because I didn't realize it until it was pointed out. So what were the 3 statuses? It was mute, it was
mute, slow, and hold. Oh, hate messaged him, and I just messaged him. So budgemano and Topher gonna go for, I don't know what we're going for here. Maybe looking for those status elementals.
That's slow. I saw slow out of those Frosties.
So, yeah, because he's nowhere near. I mean, we need the wolf. Oh, frost wolves. Yeah, sorry, Crabcake's pointing out that frost wolves could be on the 2nd floor, which is the floor that he just passed, and he could kill his 15 different wolves that way. But Crabcake's also pointing out we're not really sure what he's doing either. Maybe trying to see that 3rd status elemental skill spell to light up.
Ooh, Zombie D's.
Oh. Zombie D's. Dude, maybe doesn't know that the Frosties are not on this floor.
Oh wait, in the vanilla game, Zombie D's don't have any skills. So, is that information throwing off Budge and just thinking, oh, they don't have skills, let me run?
I don't know. I'm not really sure what he's looking for. I think it's the Frosties, because he just reset out, and he's just trying to look for. I mean, the best place to find wolves is to go into Earth Cave or into Titan's Trove. That's the best place to find wolves, and they come in huge pack.
Amen to that. That's the wolves.
Yeah, so I think that's what's happening. And the good thing is, I'm pretty sure as long as they run from you, if they do run from you, it's still considered a defeat.
Yeah, because technically you
And-
still get at least one experience if they all run.
They're slow again, so at least we've seen slow. I hope Budgemano's keeping track of that, as we should be.
Yeah,
The
it
amount of
has to
time
be
he's been digging
different. It has to be different things, right?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Jay tried to help point out another huge thing that I didn't even think about. As much as he's been digging, you could go into Ice Cave and take out the frosties that are down in that bottom spike tile in Ice Cave. Hey, that's just one of those things. There's sleep. That's slow and sleep right there, and that's what he was
that's
looking
it.
for. All right, here we go.
So just wolves and fighting Kraken 2 a lot.
Yep.
Fizzlebeef has to find that war mech and throw Mazmune into space, otherwise it's all over.
Yep. And we're looking for wolves at this point. I think on Budgemano's side, he hasn't lit it up yet.
Is he going to the Earth floor to try to find?
Oh, he thinks they're on this floor. They're not on this floor.
They're on the Earth floor, right?
No, they're on the floor prior to this floor. Or if he does the loot, it's on the floor.
Mazmune's in space. Fizzlebeef's looking for that war mech.
Get out of here, Budgemano. You don't need to be on this floor. It's the previous floor of the next floor. Do the loot. Go on the next floor. You can find him there.
Oh no.
Or, as Crabcakes is saying, go outside of Astos Dwarfs. There's plenty of places that you can find big packs of them. Or go in Ice Cave, like Jay Scheidel said.
Fizzle has found war mech.
And there's war mech.
A bit of mismenuing. All right. Quick shot on the black belt. War mech's down.
If Budgemano wins this link shot, I'll go back and rewatch the race and keep an eye on his stream to see if he saw a third elemental or status elemental. But if he's lit it up, I'm assuming he's seen it. All right, so the confusion.
Fizzle has just enough warps to warp all the way out, so doesn't even have to worry about fighting anything. He's going straight to Topher. Fizzle is technically in the lead now.
But how though? Fizzle still. Oh no, Fizzle has it all. Yes. Fizzle
Yeah, he is going.
Hit both bingos here as Budgemano still needs to find wolves. The wolves are killing Budgemano here at this point. So he's going down to this third floor here where we know there's plenty of wolves and werewolves and all that stuff. Just needs to defeat him and then warp out and then go into Topher. Gonna be behind LordFizzlebeef, who is obviously in the lead at this point, has all his bingos. Gonna avenge himself.
I don't see anything going wrong for Fizzlebeef because he has One Punch Man, and this scaling isn't like off the charts. Hold on, what's the enemy scaling? Yeah, 50 to 200%.
No, you can't assume anything. You never know what's going to happen here in Topher. And I'm going to talk to Budgemano just a little bit. Obviously, I'll try to remember to talk to him about the Frost Wolves and Ice Cave. I mean, you're in Ice Cave. You know you got to do it anyway. They're right there on that tile, but it's the easy tile to forget even exists. Here's some werewolves. Fizzle on Lich 2 floor. Kills the 4 different werewolves. Get out of there. Gonna be just behind Fizzlebeef here. So Fizzle entered Topher at 49 minutes, 49 seconds. Budgemano is going to enter Topher at...
Oh no, these Medusas with Blaze.
Oh my gosh, at least they're not unrunnable with Death Touch. But the nuke comes out and that should kill them all. And Budgemano in Topher at 51 minutes. Looked about 10 seconds, but I didn't catch it. And he's going to help us out here.
Yeah, it's going to be... There's that time difference coming in. However, Budge has to defeat Kraken 2 twice on every Topher dive.
Yes. That's going to hurt time in general. It really depends on how Kraken's going to be, but you still have to kill Kraken twice, which means even with your turn order, it's still 30 seconds. You're going to go into the battle, punch Kraken down, go back in, punch Kraken down. It's just more time you're giving up to Fizzle. And here comes our first speed bump here. 10 hits, 950. That is a lot of death.
950 unbuffed.
Yeah, budgemano finding those frost wolves on this floor. That's all 12. 12 of them right there to be seen on the way down. That's got to feel really, I would be beside myself.
Harry with turn 1 nuclear, just killing the Black Mage outright.
Oh, Fizzle's in solo man mode here, and I have to say,
if there's one person that can do it, it's the black belt.
Yeah, but I will say that it can still happen. You can still see a slow 2. You can get a couple of nuclears happening.
Preemptive on those waters. That's really good.
Which is down on budgemano's side. Only a couple floats behind it. Oh, huge hit out of Kraken, and that is a dead Fizzle.
Kraken 2 is extremely scary, which Budge has to face twice.
I don't think in the history of me playing Black Belt and playing this game, in the 3 years I've been in the community, I don't think I've ever seen Kraken hit a level 47 Black Belt that hard. That is a monster hit out of that Kraken. And budgemano has to kill him twice.
Kraken 2 is going to be the decider. That's what I think.
How we have a race. At first you're just kind of like, oh, this was going to breeze through this thing fine, and now all of a sudden
Kraken 2 does Kraken 2 things.
This is insane here. Is budgemano coming up on Kraken 2. Let's see if he gets the bad turn order. Didn't even heal up or nothing. That's coming out.
Disrespecting Kraken 2.
Get dead. He's got to do it again, though. That's 1. Heals up. Goes back in.
Oh, no.
Black Belt comes out again. Punch it. Kills Kraken. No! That's got to freak out Fizzle right there, seeing that light up.
Oh, no.
I'm freaking hype here as Tiamat's pulled. Go! Black Mage is down. It may not matter too much at this point, but we never know.
Tiamat hits pretty hard. It's draining that heal, draining those resources.
Yeah, Lit2 coming out. That's a whole lot of...
Yeah, Lit2.
Uh-oh, Tiamat showing that he can also fast up. 10 hits, 792. That is a dead Tia 2. We've got one more Fiend left. And at this point, budgemano's got to wonder what happened. Fizzle got his bingo before budgemano. Budgemano never saw anything out of Kraken.
Oh my. What is this Kraken?
Phantom coming out.
After this run comes up, do you want to pull up this information, Hate? Because I know you can pull that up.
Oh my god, Phantom needs to relax. Get out of here. Alright. Heal 2-ing. Let's move some people around. Let's go. Get that black belt in the back row. The white, yeah, there you go. White mage in the front row. Oh, yeah, white. Viz 2, punch. Here comes fast. No! First spell! Everyone survives. It's okay.
It rolled low so the fast can come out.
And that was without fast. That was a 600 hit damage there. We got more nukes coming out here. Chaos does not hit very hard.
Chaos is a wimp.
Chaos back rowing that black mage, but it doesn't matter. 11 hits, 897 zap coming out. That's a scary Chaos. That is all it's there.
Oh my god, Kraken 2. Holy.
Oh my gosh, and budgemano finishing in first place with an official race time, GG time, of 55 minutes, 57 seconds.
Oh.
Both our 3-0s are out of the tournament. Bobby losing last night to Tanigan. Let me double check. I'm sorry. I might be misspeaking here. No, yeah, losing to Pickles and Beer. So Shimbabi losing to Pickles and Beer was our other 3-0, and Fizzle taking a first round loss here to budgemano, and that's the second year in a row that Lord Fizzlebeef has lost to our Duckling Supreme at this stage in this tournament. That is insane. Let's get budgemano in here, and we'll chat with him if he wants to anyway. He's not in broadcast waiting, so I'll ask.
Oh, hey, Ink from Chaos.
Yeah.
Man.
And Fizzle, like, just showing no mercy to Chaos. We didn't even see Fizzle kill Chaos, and that was an official race time, GG time, 57 minutes, 15 seconds. Literally a minute, like, some change behind budgemano, and that's after taking a wipe to Kraken 2. We got budgemano in right now. Budgemano, how you doing today?
Oh, feeling good.
Yeah, so okay. All right, so budgemano, I got some questions for you. This is Gregory Puff, by the way, in case you can't come up. I'm hanging out with Admiral Tryhard here. We've been calling the race. It's been crazy on our end. So this may not shock you at all, but Fizzle entered Topher before you.
Yeah, not surprised.
Not surprised based on the way the bingo board worked out. Fizzle goes into Kraken 2. Literally, Kraken 2 one shots is like level 47 black belt.
Really?
And yeah, out. This happens before I think you had just killed Lich 2 at the time. So you're going in. You don't see anything from that Kraken 2.
No, it was simple.
Fight him twice and it's good to go. So
83 strength, a 163 hit percent.
11 hits.
Oh.
we're looking at Kraken 2 stats right now. 11 hits, 163 hit percentage, huge strength, 83. Yeah. But no
863 HP, yeah. It took me 3 turns to kill him twice, I think, so.
So, yeah, I will have to say, I do have a couple questions. First off, the Wolves.
Oh, right? I think I forgot what floor they're on in Topher, first of all. And then the game just threw them at me.
Hey, the game's like, remember for next time.
Yeah.
I was actually going to ask you, how annoyed were you when you made it onto that through the loot plate floor and you saw like literally 9 wolves on your way just trying to...
There was that, but then also, you may not have caught it or reset out of it, but the first step going into Toph after getting the werewolves in Marsh, there were wolves in that encounter, and I needed one. So, yeah.
That's brutal. Fizzle, my buddy, my pal, left front bumper, how you doing?
Mad.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna...
You seeing these Kraken 2 stats?
I heard them as I came in. Yeah. See, that's See, when I forced the Kraken 2 on my opponent, I was expecting something of that flavor, targeted at some sort of white magic caster, something to, I don't know, maybe hinder my opponent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not this time, at least.
I was not expecting to walk into a Kraken 2 fight and get just obliterated in one shot before any action.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you this question, Fizzle. You've been around longer than me. Have you ever seen a Kraken 2 scaling one shot a high level black belt like that?
I've never. Scaling.
No, that's what I was saying. I've never seen that happen. That is crazy.
Like, what were you expecting to get hit by from Kraken 2?
Fire 3?
No, I meant like if he punched you, how hard would you thought he would have hit?
400 or 500.
Yeah, I was thinking 600-700 at the high end, but nope, 1069.
Yeah, 1000 damage, ton of crits in there. And then I come back the second time around and I see the Fire 3 and it's just like, yes, that's what my opponent saw.
Yeah. No, your opponent saw nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think
he
I saw
punched
a
me
sing-
once, but it didn't take me down.
Yeah, I think he targeted your black belt or your black mage. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I brought him back up after the second fight. The first fight, it was a one punch. I got fast, and then the punch before he did anything, I think.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. So let's talk about this for a second. So, budgemano, you are the second Duckling Supreme now to defeat LordFizzlebeef in the Winter Nap tournament. How does that make you feel?
You should be asking Fizzle that question, I guess.
No, I'm asking
happy
you
that
that
this is a
question.
service I
I
can
mean-
provide.
I mean, yeah, beating
don't
somebody
think
like Fizzle,
Fizzle's
that
bound to
he's a really good player. Watched a ton of his videos and races and comms and everything. So I thought I could maybe keep it close. And when I was scrambling for the wolves, I figured, all right, I need something lucky to go my way because I saw him light the Warmech and the Masatile, and I guess Kraken 2 worked out for me. So in all these races, there's just a little bit of luck you need to sort of come out ahead, and paid off today again.
Yeah. I mean, you can only be as good as how lucky you are, unfortunately. Well, just in general, with a game with this much RNG, Fizzle's a phenomenal racer. I'm pretty sure I'm like 0 and 20 against Fizzle. I don't think I've ever beaten him in a race once. So, GG to you for getting through this. Fizzle, I've already asked Budgemano a ton of questions. We don't want to harp too much on that Kraken too. Tell us about your run, how it went.
So, panic at the start because
Yeah.
I was staring at the board, and as I was staring at it, a light came on, and I saw the row that I wanted to go with over the row that I was looking at. I already closed the bingo board. I'm not sure what I had settled on previously, but I saw column 1 and I was like, all right, hang on. I got to buy 24 spells, so I'm going to every magic shop anyway. Buying white magic is not going to be a bother. Talking to bats is not going to be a bother. I'm in Sky anyway. Punching a Warmech's not going to be a bother. Like, column 1, nuts to this, none stuff. Let's just take a white mage, dan it, fill it full of healing magic I'm never going to use. This will be easy. It'll be fine. It'll be great.
It'll be fine. Yeah, so I noticed that too. We were like, oh, he's decided to switch up. And I think I said the exact same thing. I was like, oh, he's going for column 1. He needs those
No, I
the
said that.
5. Oh yeah, you did say that. Sorry, I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I say a lot, but didn't say anything. Budget Mono, I have one question for you regarding the bingo board and why you decided to. Were you always planning on going with row 5 over column 3?
Yeah, looking at it back now, column 3 seems pretty straightforward.
Well,
It's one of
except for
the
that turn 1 nuke.
Well, the
for
only reason
carry
why
up. Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. That would have been
The only
5
reason-
fiend fights there, just been carrying Kraken. So that's
Yeah, the only reason why I ask is because you were already in Sky and you had the rod. So I was like, oh, well, that's way easier than trying to hunt down some statuses. But luckily, you were
Yeah.
able to statuses. And
Yeah, so actually, after I had exited out of Sky, I looked back and thought, oh, I should have just talked to those computers for giving me another option. And I don't remember, I couldn't remember if I had the rod. I wiped out of so many key items in the beginning of the seed that I very well could have lost it and gotten it and lost it at some point.
Let me tell you a story. Titan Tunnel, the end.
yeah, I was going to say,
I had that. I lost the Sarda and the Titan item on that one. Went all the way back to Quinaria. But
yeah, we actually talked about that in chat. We were like, chat was going, you need to, he's not going back for the lobster or the key. And I was like, well, he doesn't really need it, I guess. Which is, obviously you're pointing out now that you knew that you would wipe out of that. So, yeah, those Grogers, huh? Or was it the Ogres?
Yeah, it's the Ogre Groger unrunnable encounter for me.
I got through that with Harm 3, and then it was the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Got me.
Well, we are gonna go through. What were the 3 status elementals that you saw, budgemano?
I got Snorting, Slow, and Sleep. Saw those 3.
All right. Okay, perfect.
Slow and Sleep were on the Frost Dragons. I forget what the Snorting was on, but
yeah, we saw Snorting. I remember seeing it. Because I thought to myself, it was ghouls. And I thought to myself, why are you snorting at this guy? Cool. Admiral Tryhard, I've asked all the questions. You got anything before we get these guys out of here?
See, just take a quick look at that. Budge, were you thinking about going for the X at some point with those T-Rexes off the hard reset?
I don't think I saw Confuse, and the spell from 1 through 8, I would have had to dig out the tail, so I wasn't really ever planning on that one.
Oh, that reminds me.
C2 also, looking back, would have been a good one. At the same time, I was thinking I should stock the creatures in the sky. I thought I should have thrown the moss out the window. I guess I would have needed the status elementals and the wolves anyways there, so that wouldn't have helped me. But
All right.
yeah,
And Fizzle, how about that tail hunt?
Yep, that was the one place I didn't want it to be because it was going to be the most inconvenient for routing out proper spell purchasing routing. And there it was, and I got a sad.
Yeah, getting
Waterfall and
unlucky
Marsh.
with that tail placement on top of the crack feels bad. But hey,
Yeah,
rando gonna rando.
still made it to Topher first. I'll take that.
Yeah, little victories.
I will have to say, and I can't stress it enough, is like Budgemano, like you have come so far from just joining the community, doing the Duckling Derby, coming through here, making it this far into the DAB tournament. I know you were like the last person to qualify into this 8-person uh, bracket here, and then of course taking down the uh, the number one seed here. That's got to feel pretty good. Uh, I don't know. Just tell me how you're feeling. Moving on, taking on Luffy next round.
Yeah, it's a couple of big names here between Fizzle and Luffy. It feels good. It's I'm glad to get another game now. I sort of came into the DAB tournament. I hadn't really played it before this, so I was just coming in looking to have a good time. Got a good win over Chan again in the pods, and that's sort of what got me into the last chance qualifier, and you know, win in advance, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Kind of. That was a good final thought. I think out of you, Budgemano, Admiral Tryhard. Do you have any more questions before I get some final thoughts out of Fizzle?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, Fizzle. Anything else you want to add to everything before we get out of here?
Man, that Kraken too. I'm still in just disbelief over that. I can't even come up with a joke final thought. I'm gonna order calamari. There, we'll settle on that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And like I said, I cannot stress anymore to chat or anybody how I've never seen that happen. I've seen Kraken 2 kill my black belt in like maybe 2 turns, but I've never seen a Kraken 2 hit that for over 1,000 damage on that high of a black belt at this scaling. It was unbelievable.
Did
And
Danny
But
roll the seed?
I'm pretty sure
yes,
she did.
Yeah,
live
okay,
by the Steven
that
power, die
explains
by the
Kraken
Steven
too.
power.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fizzle, now that you're out, what you got going on?
Well, I'm gonna order some food shortly, and then I'm gonna kick back and not have to worry about scheduling 1 or 2 more games this weekend. maybe do some comms on some bingo. I suddenly have free time. Who knows?
Awesome. All right. Well, on behalf of of RPG Limit Break, Final Fantasy Randomizer, the app tournament, we are in our semifinals. Do we have a schedule? I know that the 1 p.m. match happened, Chanigan versus Pickle and Beer. Bujimano, obviously, you haven't scheduled your race against Luffy, so we don't have a schedule. Never mind. What am I even saying? I'm just like making up words here. So join the Discord. Go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, click on the link, takes you to the community Discord. And yeah, do that. Join us, hang out with us, see what Final Fantasy Randomizer is all about. I am Gregory Puff. I was hanging out with Admiral Tryhard. Danny was our tracker. Hate the 13th was our restreamer. Fizzle and Bujimano, of course, were our winners tonight. You guys have a wonderful night, and we will see you guys next time. Have a good night.